Nicolas Jackson is set to return back to Stamford Bridge. See, I feel pity for him. It's sad because this is where you are not wanted. This is where you've been said that, oh, you're surplus to requirement, you can leave. It's sad to see him in this kind of situation. It's sad to see him almost signed for Bayern Munich on a season-long loan with an option to buy. And now he'll be returning back to Chelsea. He'll be returning back to Stamford Bridge. It's a sad one for him and his agent. But this has taught us something, that no player is bigger than the club. No matter how big you think you are, no matter the situation, you are not bigger than the club. You are contractually signed, or you are signed to a club. All right? You are contracted, rather, to a club. And at this point, the club has the final say on your loan move. Now, this is what happened. Chelsea against Fulham. Delap got injured. That was a serious moment for Chelsea. That was like a huge problem, or a huge moment for Chelsea, because at that point, Chelsea were left with just one striker. And if anything happens to João Pedro right now, it's over. In the summer, Chelsea had 4 or 5 strikers. Nkunku left, on a permanent deal. Magiu left on a loan deal. Now we were left with 3. We're left with Jackson. We're left with João Pedro. We're left with Delap. Now at this point, 3 was surplus requirements, because one player will be unhappy. And with the way Jackson has performed in the last couple of seasons, or in the last season, it has not been encouraging. He has been missing so much chances. So Chelsea see that as an opportunity to let him go, because Chelsea got 2 new strikers into the team and they've been doing well. Now Bayern Munich got interested, and Chelsea said he wants to leave. Chelsea said he must leave on a permanent deal. All right. Now at that point, Bayern Munich felt like, okay, we'll get a loan deal for him and with an option to buy. Chelsea wanted an obligation at least, but Bayern Munich wanted just a loan deal and an option to buy. So Jackson went over to Bayern Munich. He went over to Germany just on the verge of doing his medicals. Delap got injured and Chelsea asked him to return back. So at this point, you have to feel for this player. At this point, you have to feel so much, it's sad for him, because he was just on the verge of going to a place where he's wanted. Now, Chelsea wants him back. At that point, Chelsea were thrown into turmoil. Chelsea were confused at that point, because he was saying he doesn't want to come back. Chelsea now went into the market trying to get another striker to replace him. So at this point, it was 24 hours or 48 hours to the end of the window. It will be very, very difficult. Very, very difficult to get a striker, not just any striker, a striker who is willing to play, because that striker will know at the end of the day that when the lab comes back in the next 2 months, he will be the third choice striker, and at the end of the day, he will be loaned out next season or he'll be sold. So no player wants to be in that kind of situation. No player, right? No player wants to be in that situation whereby they know that they are just like a cover, that when the main player comes back, they will be shipped up or they will be flipped over. So Jackson understands this for a fact, and he's still contracted to Chelsea until 2033. So he still has so much time, so much in his contract. So at that point, he cannot detect. At that point, he cannot give Chelsea he cannot tell Chelsea that I don't want to come back. So Chelsea have the upper hand because he is contracted to Chelsea at this point. So it's sad to see him undergo this kind of situation. No striker wants to be in this kind of situation. This is just 24 hours to the end of the transfer window. Chelsea knew that it would be difficult, very, very difficult to find yet another striker. There are not many strikers right now in the market who is willing to move, because this transfer window is almost closed. Time is running out. Chelsea needs to act fast, because if anything happens to João Pedro right now, it will be difficult. The Champions League is here. The Premier League, so many games, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, so many games to play. You cannot just use one striker. So Jackson as well should understand that right now, Chelsea, I would not blame Jackson. For any reason, I will not blame Jackson. Jackson knew, the club rather knew that what they've done to this player, they've actually pushed him out. They've told him that you're not welcome here at this point. They've told him that, see, it's either you go or you not get game time. He knows. So now the player wants to go and you're calling him back. So Chelsea are at fault. Jackson, I would not blame Jackson. If Jackson said he doesn't want to come back, I would not blame him. But this is an unforeseen occurrence. Nobody expected Delap to get injured. That is how it is. Nobody expected it. It just happened. It's a normal thing that happens in football. But it's a sad one. It's a sad one. Chelsea had other options. Chelsea went into the market and seeing if they can find a solution to this. They were thinking, all right, according to this tweet. Now let's read the tweet, because Chelsea had a striker that they loaned out to Sunderland, which is McGill. Now, according to Karen Gill, he said there is no indication from Sunderland on whether they would or wouldn't allow McGill to return to Chelsea, as there is no request for it yet. Another tweet concerning McGill is McGill return to Chelsea, according to Fabrizio, from Sunderland is one of the options for Chelsea. Talks to follow, as the deal does not include a recall clause for this window. If I was McGill, I wouldn't want to come back. Yes, because he will get more game time at Sunderland. All right, he is already getting settled in already. So it's not easy at this point. So the best thing right now is for Jackson to come back, which the breaking news now is that Jackson is coming back. Now, according to Pletigo, he said Bayern Munich have pulled out on the plug on Nicolas Jackson deal. Deal's off. It's off. Jackson is coming back to Stamford Bridge. It's sad. I would not blame him, but still, Chelsea is the club he's contracted to. So he has to listen to Chelsea. At this point, Chelsea needs him back. He's going to play. He's coming back. He's going to play. And this is an opportunity for him to stake his claim. This is an opportunity for him to show Chelsea and the club hierarchy that I belong here. I want to prove my worth. If he performs very well at this point, who knows? Next season, he might be in the team. He might be in the squad. One player might be loaned out or something. So, this is the opportunity for him to prove every doubters wrong. This is an opportunity for him to prove that he can still be one of the best strikers out there. He has learned his lesson, and at this point, he has to show, he has to prove that he can be one of the best in Chelsea. It's a very sad situation, because before then, Chelsea were exploring a deal to sign Conrad. Nisa Cancela said Chelsea made contact with Sporting for striker Conrad, having asked Bayern to make a permanent offer for Nicolas Jackson. So if Bayern Munich has made that offer, that permanent offer for Nicolas Jackson, Chelsea would have gone for Conrad. And that same Conrad, there was a tweet I read who said he wants to go to Leipzig from Sporting. He was with Gyökeres last season. You know, now in Sporting, he played 54 games, 13 goals, 47 games last season with 11 goals. He's still a developing striker. He still have a lot to learn. The sky is still his limit. He has so much to learn. He's still 20 years old. For that goal ratio for a 20 years old, it's not bad. Playing in Portugal, he still have so much to learn. But I don't think he is a ready-made player for Chelsea right now. I don't think he's a ready-made player for Chelsea at this point. The Nicolas Jackson's agents were fuming. They were putting out tweets. They were upset. They were angry of the fact that they want Nicolas Jackson to sign that deal and go on loan, all right, to Bayern Munich. But they forgot that before a player can make a move, the club will sign, the buying club will sign, and the agents of the two sides will sign. So if Chelsea refuse to sign, the deal is not going to be, it's not going to work. It's not going to materialize, because there is no time on the market right now for Chelsea to go get another striker. Chelsea also made inquiries, for Colomani, but he said no as well. He wants to go to Juventus. According to that same Pletigo, he wants to go to Juventus as well. So it is not easy. Chelsea also made an offer, or 35 million offer after the game against Fulham for Femi Lopez. According to Fabrizio, he said, no breakthrough on Femi Lopez, still no decision. Barca still insists on their position that they don't want to sell. 35 million won't be enough, and they don't see this deal happening. The only way is for the player to go public and say, I want to leave. And he is not doing that. So Femi Lopez deal at this point is getting too late at this point, and I don't think Chelsea is going to, I don't know. I don't think the deal is going to happen. 35 million is too small for what Barcelona are actually requesting for. Barcelona wants more than. Barcelona wants 90 million euros. So it's not going to be easy. Another player who is going to be leaving Chelsea in the next couple of hours is Disasi. Now, according to reluctance Nico, he said Crystal Palace are looking at Alex Disasi loan deal. But at this point, Chelsea will want to sell. Chelsea wants a permanent move instead of a loan deal for Disasi. But if push come to shove, at the end of the day, he might leave on loan. But most players will leave Chelsea in the next few hours, and it's going to happen. Chelsea have unveiled Garnacho as a new player to the team. It's very good. It's a nice one. The jersey actually fits him. Just come and shine, come and do well at Chelsea. But let me know what you think about Nicolas Jackson. Let me know what you think about the situation of Nicolas Jackson. Do you think forcing a move or pushing, to go to Bayern Munich was the best thing for him to do? Do you think coming back to Chelsea is an opportunity for him to show what he's worth? It's an opportunity for him to take his shirts back in Chelsea. Do you think he's going to succeed coming back as Chelsea? Because it's not easy keeping an unhappy player, keeping an unwanted player in the squad. It causes a whole lot of problem in the team. But let me know what you think about all of this, and share your thoughts in the comment. If you're new to this channel, hit the like button, subscribe to this channel. Please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell until I come your way again next time. I remain your boy Mike Way. Stay cool.